Hi there, Dave here. It's time for my reflections, those reflections of a podcast host and a people developer. It's been a pretty hectic day today as I've been sat looking at a screen all day, so forgive me if my reflections are a little bit short today because I'm feeling pretty tired and my head's in a bit of a spin. My key reflection, I guess, of the day is that I've spent a lot of time editing a podcast, and it's really touched on a number of my values and my buttons in terms of the quality of the output, because for one thing, it's the sound quality didn't come through as I had hoped, and so it's really tested me in terms of my patience in trying to edit the podcast and make the sound quality as good as I can with my limited editing skills. So it's really challenged me as to what to do. So I've really done my very best to put it out there. But if I'm truly honest, it's probably not as good as I would ideally have liked it to be. But again, some of these things are out of my control, so I'm just having to roll with the punches a little bit. It's also really touched on the idea of my sort of value and worth, because I've given a huge amount of time to editing the podcast today, and I'd hoped to probably only give it as half as much time to work on some of the projects. And so I've really started to think again about the effort and the energy I'm putting in, and I really do hope that the outcome on the other side in terms of listeners and the impact it makes and the kind of concept of paying forward really does work here, and that people do appreciate and value the energy and the effort that I'm putting in. So it's been a bit of a mixed day. I do feel really tired now, a bit of a sore throat, a bit flat, because it's not really where I'd hoped it to be. That said, I'm really pleased with the way I've stuck at it, and I've dedicated the time and energy to it, and I've really persisted to make sure I get the job over the line. As I know, I've got 2 really busy, hectic days ahead, and I need to get the podcast done and edited ready for Monday. So my kind of key takeaways or my key thoughts were, one is around my kind of flatness or energy levels are a bit low. The other one's my value and worth. Persistence is another key word, and that whole thing about quality it's really touched on for me. Quality of service and product and how that represents me, but having to be flexible around that. So those are my reflections or my thoughts for today. Going forward, my sort of actions will be very much about to manage my energy levels. I've been conscious of making sure I try and put some sort of nourishment back into the pot. I've just used the quote myself of you can't pour from an empty cup, so making sure that I put something back in the cup to be able to pour and give. So that's going to be one of my actions, and then tomorrow is to really be on the money, really, because I'm supporting and helping another individual, and I want to make sure I give my very best value. So trying to be really present is going to be my focus for the day. All right, thanks for listening in, and I'll catch up with you soon. Bye for now.